Rachel, I've got your 1.05 program that you turned in. I want to give you some feedback on it. Let's take a look. Okay, I've got your string input template here. Let's see. Pseudocode input, introduce yourselves. That's what your favorite fruit is. Tell them what fruit you had earlier. Start bonding. Display a message with introduction, second place, question about their favorite thing. Sprite. Okay, so we've got that. Let's say you should have an interactive conversation with at least 3 interactive prompts. Assign those to variables and use them. Use indexing or slicing, concatenation, and pseudocode. Okay, pseudocode looks good. Let's go down here to your program. Okay, here's your actual program. Let me copy this and put it in a Python window. Let's run your program. There's your name, date, assignment, purpose of assignment. Looks great. Run program. What's your name? Okay, I'm just going to say Darren. What's another fruit that starts with an M? How about melon? How do you feel when she got it on her first try? Oh, see, that's a little confusing just because our version of Python doesn't print anything until it's done with all the input statements. That's not your fault. It's nothing we can change. It's just how it works. Let's say I nearly wet myself. How about that? Hi, I'm Rachel. I'm Darren. What's your favorite fruit? This, I guess, you printed. It's mangoes, and then you saved fave fruit as mangoes. I guess the conversation is just kind of awkward. I mean, there's nothing wrong with how you wrote this. I'm just saying, maybe you should say, "What's your favorite fruit?" Mine is mangoes. Is that what you mean? That's your favorite fruit? Or was that where you're supposed to? I don't know. Wait, I had a fruit starts with M too, and then there's mine. Wait, let me guess. Was it melon? That's the one that I entered. Melon. It may just be out of order here or something. I'm a little confused. OMG. Well, I nearly wet myself. So that's just the way I phrase that makes that last sentence look awkward. Well, I'm shocked, or if I would have entered shocked or surprised or something, but I nearly wet myself. So I don't know. It's just kind of awkward on how the conversation went. But you had 3 input statements. You had the name, you had the what's another fruit starts with M, and then the initial reaction, which you called good variable names, assumed fruit. That's all good stuff. So, and it looks like you added this for concatenation, the OMG, but you actually used concatenation here and here and here. Because anytime that you put something in quotes and then you put a plus symbol, you're concatenating that with this. And you concatenate with 2 question marks. So this has a lot of concatenation. So I don't mind you did this. This is great. That's just more practice with concatenation. Just saying, if you did this just to make sure you had concatenation, you had it covered when a lot of these print statements. Here's another one. Concatenate with whatever the user enters there and concatenate that with an exclamation mark. So you used a lot of concatenation in this program. So I don't want you to feel like you have to force something like that. Although I like that. Just a fun way to print OMG. So looks good. You met all the requirements. It's a little awkward in here, but that's nothing I'm taking points off for. I'm just critiquing and give you some thoughts when you run it that may not work really well. I don't like that Python won't print anything until you're finished. Like, it could have print all this. Hi, I'm Rachel. Hey, I'm Rachel. It should have printed that very first thing. It's just our version of Python doesn't do that. Other versions of Pythons would. There are versions out there that would have printed that and then popped up the window and asked my name and then printed those statements ever before it got to another input statement. So again, it's nothing we can change. It's nothing you've done wrong, but it's just I have to enter everything before it'll print anything. So that's just kind of annoying. So, all right. But otherwise, let's look at your questions. Tell each other a favorite fruit. We use texting someone. A lot of problems are mostly from not writing the codes properly, but apparently you fixed them all because it worked fine. and to find a shortcut, just different ways to do things. But very good job. I mean, 100% a score. You got everything you was required to do. Just wanted to give you some feedback on what I saw and just kind of some tips just to help your programming skills be better as you go forward. So I'll get this grade in and we'll see you in class.